Malachite Tarot. My name is Laura. It is a pleasure to be with you guys today to do this reading. I did meditate on the energies for right now, and this is what Spirit wanted to talk about. So the topic for the reading is a situation, a painful situation that is leaving your life. And the way I'm going to do this today is the tarot cards. I have the Lightseers Tarot and the Universal Waite Tarot here. Will tell us about the situation that is leaving your life. And during the reading, or once we get that, we will pull some oracle to talk about what happens next, some guidance for moving forward or what's coming next. And I have been led to pull several oracles, so that's going to be interesting too. I'm very excited to do this reading. I've never done one like this before, but if you're new to my channel, the way I do it is I meditate on the energies before the reading, and then I pull some cards myself to see what Spirit wants me to do the reading about. So that's how I handle it most of the time. Sometimes I do just general readings that come from my head, but most of the time I do it that way. I just see what Spirit wants to talk to you guys about. So apparently some of you need this reading, or it would not have come up as a topic idea. So I'm glad to be the conduit to bring these messages to you. So in case you like to choose your pile based on stone, on pile 1 we have a Malachite. On pile 2 we have a Garnet. It looks very dark. It looks black, but it's not. It's a Garnet. And on pile 3 we have a rough cut rose quartz. Just choose a pile that you think will have the message about what situation is leaving your life right now, what situation is finally ending. And it's a painful situation, I will say that, because that's the way I set up the reading. So it's what painful situation is finally leaving your life, and then we'll get into advice for moving forward and what comes next. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Make your decision about which pile you'd like to see. You can look at all of them. I don't care. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. But click on the timestamp in the description box below, and that will take you directly to that part in the video. So welcome back, pile 1. If you chose pile 1, these are going to be your messages about what painful situation is leaving your life right now. I am going to pull the tarot cards first to see about the painful situation and kind of get an idea for what it is. It should be very clear though. And then I will clear those out, and we'll pull the oracle to see advice from Spirit for how to move forward, and also any kind of clues about what's coming up next for you guys. Pile 1 did have the Malachite on it. So Malachite is a green stone. All the green stones are about abundance and money. So let's see what your cards have to say here. You do get the full card, the Knight of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the Star card, and the 4 of Swords. With the Lightseers Tarot, you do get the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy in this. And the Strength, which is also, it's a Leo card. This is a Leo card. There's a lot of Wands energy here. So the Wands are about actual energy, action, movement, creativity. Can be like business owner stuff, boss energy. If it's people, they're very active people and very action oriented. They're not necessarily as deep as some of the other signs, but they can get things done. They're the doers of the zodiac for sure. So what is this painful situation that is leaving your life? Well, I can see, first of all, that whatever it is, it has required a lot of strength for you to deal with the situation. With the Knight of Wands here and the Page of Wands, I'm really getting an energy And this Eight of Cups kind of tells me, for some of you, this is definitely a relationship that you are finally letting go of, regardless of when you moved on from it. Some of you, I think, are moving on now. It's like, okay, I can finally let go of this, and now I can move on. Some of you, I feel like you may have already moved on, but have not been able to let it go. Like you've been kind of in a mourning period after the relationship, or after the relationship has ended, or you've just kind of been resting a little bit and getting your equilibrium back. So what about the relationship though? I do feel like, try as you might, it just never took off. And I think it just never took off because this person that you were involved with, they were just kind of playing. And I hate to say they were a player, although for some of you that might apply. For some of you, I just feel like they were a little too young and a little too foolish and a little too in the still playing energy. Like you, it seems like, had high hopes for the relationship and you wanted it to be real. But no matter how you tried or how much you tried to stick with it, it just never did quite materialize. This person is not done playing. That's just the truth. I do feel Leo energy strongly here. So maybe you were dealing with a Leo, or maybe you're a Leo yourself. And then there's also other fire sign energy here. So I think we have to extend this to the other fire signs like Sagittarius and Aries. So the person that you're dealing with might be one of those. There's also Aquarius energy in the cards. So take that as it resonates. If those are not your signs, if those are not their signs, that doesn't mean this is not your reading. That's just the energies that are in the cards. So basically, I think that's it. I think that is the painful situation. I'm not seeing any other options. So if that does not resonate with you, you might want to check out pile 2 or pile 3. This is definitely about a relationship that you were trying to make into a real relationship, and it just never materialized, regardless of the time and energy that you put into it, and regardless of the high hopes that you had for it to be like a real relationship. They're just not ready. Okay. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take this off the table. I'll be back in just a second, and we will pull the oracle and see advice for moving forward, and any kind of other information we can get about what's coming up next. So as I said, I was led to pull a lot of oracle on this one. And so I'm very excited to see what comes out on here, like the guidance for how to move forward in this situation, or the guidance from Spirit about what's coming next. If I do forget to say what the cards are that I'm pulling here, those will be in the description box below, just in case. I usually say, but just in case I forget, because there's so many, I just want to let you know that information will be in the description box for you. I am pulling some tea leaf fortune, so let's see where our fortunes are going. That's what we want to talk about. We've moved on from the painful past. Now let's move forward, right? Okay, I'll just get a few of these. That's too many. I'm just gonna pull one at a time. Let's just do a few. Three. Is that it? Is that it? Maybe one more. Okay. So I will tell you which ones I got on that one. So I got heals, obstacles to overcome, mountain, major challenge to overcome. Okay, wow. Key, successful outcome to your problems. And dark man, Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Interesting. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, let's see with the Whispers of Love tarot. These are all oracle, so there's no tarot here. Whispers of Love oracle. What message do you have for my pile ones? All right. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. This is the Work Your Light oracle. I love these cards. I usually pull one of these for myself before I do readings at psychic fairs. Okay, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I like that for you guys. Buddhism oracle, you got self-acceptance. This is the Druid animal oracle. Some that want to come out. Tell us what guidance you have for pile one. There it is. Eagle. Nice. Powerful bird. Is that it? I don't know. It feels like one more might want to come out. Let's see. Is that it for the angels and ancestors? Yep, I thought so. All right, you got Sky Father, trust the unknown. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. And Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Okay, so while I do feel like the painful situation is ending in your life, there is still some work to do to get past it and to get in a better place personally, on a personal level. This dark man, dealings with a relationship with a dark man with dark complexion or hair, feels like the energy of the relationship that you were in. It doesn't feel like someone new that's coming in immediately. I honestly feel like you guys need to take a break and work on yourself for a little bit before you move into any other relationships. There's several things here that are saying that. First of all, you still got hills, you still got mountain with challenges to overcome, obstacles to overcome. The obstacle that it's talking about here is one of forgiveness. It can be so tempting when you get out of a relationship like that it doesn't matter how hard you try. You can't get it, you can't seem to make it work. And it's like you're putting all this energy into it and you're trying. It's very easy to blame that other person. But in the end, you're just blaming that person for not being what you wanted them to be. But they can't be that. Honestly, one of the people that you need to forgive in this situation is yourself for investing so much of your hopes and your dreams and your energies and your time into a relationship that you just wanted different things. Like, you want a real relationship. This person did not. They're obviously still not done playing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with where they are. There was just a disconnect in what the two of you wanted. So while you do have to forgive this person for not being the way, who you wanted them to be, or the way that you wanted them to be, you also have to forgive yourself for not recognizing that up front, or maybe even for ignoring it. Sometimes we want something so bad we ignore the signs in relationships. So forgiveness is going to be really, really important for you guys as you're moving forward. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. In order to heal and to move forward and to have any hope of finding that real relationship, the one that you want, you have to be able to forgive this person. Here's another thing I like about this card. This talks about there being a divine plan. So even though this situation did not work out for you, it is a part of the divine plan. It was a part of one of the lessons that you came here to learn, or of your walk here on earth. And you chose it. You chose it before you even got here. So this definitely was a part of your path, and you were always intended to have this experience so that you can learn from it and move forward. I want to read this is the Buddhism card, and I love these beautiful, beautiful cards. But this one is self-acceptance. To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. Once you accept who you are, you don't have to struggle to be someone you are not. You are truly free to fully explore the talents and special gifts that you were born with. Use these special gifts and skills in service of other people in the world. Your purpose in life can only be flourished by self-acceptance. Another card here that tells me you really need to take some time to work on yourself and to accept who you are and to even love who you are, so before you are in a place that you can move forward with relationships. The eagle talks about actually being able to see from a higher perspective. The eagle is a very powerful bird, but it's really, really about taking a time out to see things from a different angle, from the big picture, and not being bogged down in the minutia of it. How has this relationship improved your life? How has it helped you to learn the lessons that you need to learn so that you can move forward? So this is all really cool. These are very, very cool angels and ancestors cards to get. This is where you're at right now. This is like, just give yourself some grace right now and move forward with grace and with intention, right? There is no hurry. Your life is not going to end tomorrow. I promise you, there is no hurry to rush into something else or to move into something else immediately. Be intentional. Be graceful as you move forward past this relationship and into this journey of self-discovery. So these two are more what's coming up. As you do this, as you kind of get better at this, at accepting yourself, accepting this situation, looking at it from a different perspective, understanding that it was a part of the divine plan, forgiving who you need to forgive, whether that's the other person or yourself. You absolutely are going to be successful. by the way, and moving past this situation. So when you do, there's a clue here about what comes next for you. You're being called to do something. You have a higher calling. I think it's a soul calling. Whatever it is, it takes you out of your world that you're in right now. There's something otherworldly about it, maybe even moving someplace else or going someplace else. This is not happening right now. This is later. This is saying that you're going to get the urgings from your soul in due course to move forward, and you will know through those urgings what the direction is that you need to take, where you need to go next, and what you need to do next. It feels like it might have some spiritual element to it, but it definitely has some adventurous element to it. I really don't feel like it's in your corner of the world. Whatever this is taking you to, it's taking you to look at things from a broader perspective, or maybe into a different location. This message just says to trust it. When you get these urgings from your soul and you're ready to move forward, there's going to be a leap of faith required. Look, that's an eagle too. Very, very cool. Okay, I had to get some information about the eagle because it's here in this card, and there's a talon, an eagle's talon in this card here. So here's the thing. So the eagle is all about intelligence, as I said, seeing things from a higher perspective and having the courage to jump into the unknown. It's going to take you into a very dramatic and forceful new situation. This eagle, all of these eagles are. When you get past this, when you forgive and you accept yourself and you're ready to move forward, your moving forward is really powerful and it's really big, and it's going to require a leap of faith, as I said. It's going to require courage to do it, and that's where you draw on the strength of the eagle to move through the situation, to move through any obstacles that you have, to pursue that which you're being called for. You do not have to worry about missing this. It's going to come to you. If you do meditation, that's probably sometime when you're in meditation or when you're out in nature and you're not thinking about it. That's when this is going to come to you. That's the way, always the way of soul callings. It's either first thing when you wake up in the morning, or it's when you're not thinking about it. It just comes to you. So that is definitely the way this will happen too. I really love this story for you as a personal journey. I would say that I'm sorry that relationship didn't work out, but kind of it was just part of everybody. I feel like you might be younger because everybody has those lessons that they have to learn whenever they're dating or whatever, and this is just a part of life. So don't see it as anything other than just a part of life, because it's something that we all go through. All right, nice message. That's all I have for pile 1, though. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2, these are going to be your messages. Pile 2 did have the garnet on it. So the first part of this reading, we're going to find out what painful situation is now ending in your life, and what painful situation you're ready to move on from, or you are moving on from. I'll find that out through the tarot cards. I have some Lightseers Tarots and some Universal Waite Tarots. Then I'm going to take those off the table, and we will dig in some oracle cards to see what guidance Spirit has for you to move as you're moving forward or moving on in this situation. And maybe if there's some clues about what's next for you, I will get those as well. So first we want to find out what painful situation is ending in your life. You get the Magician, you get the Queen of Pentacles, you get the 8 of Wands. With the Lightseers Tarot, you get the Knight of Wands. You get the 6 of Swords. And you get the Star. I know, I see what this is. So the painful situation that is now moving forward, that's now leaving your life, and now that cycle is turning and things are moving forward on it, is this cycle of having hopes and wishes and desires, having things that you want to manifest in your life, and try as you might, you have not been able to make it happen. And I do feel like that you have tried hard. I think you've tried several avenues to bring this, it's a wish that you have to bring this into the material realm. For a lot of you, I think it has something to do with money or a job or something like that, or something like that, yeah. Like a business that you wanted to start and it just doesn't ever seem to work, or a job that you've been, or I guess working for years and years and years, and you never seem to get to that place of getting that job, of making that career work for you. It has been difficult, and that's the way it feels like. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do, everything seems so hard with this. It all seems so freaking hard. Which is, I've actually been here in my life, and it's a very hard place to be. And I have a feeling, I'm going to pull your oracle before I say anything about guidance for moving forward or what comes next for you. But what is ending is the inability to pull your desires down into the earth, to take your wishes and manifest them in reality. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to leave that vague on purpose because I do think it is going to be different from you guys, and I feel like there's going to be messages in the oracle that will tell us, like, if you're talking about like what was your individual desire, again, that's going to be different for everybody, but also maybe why this wasn't working. So let's stay tuned for the oracle on that part. I'm going to see if there's anything else here that I need to say about the painful situation that's ending, or any other kind of situations that might be in these cards. For some of you, it's just abundance. It's just money. It's just, I have really been trying to manifest money in my life, and it has not been working. It seems like everything I try just turns to crap. So many options, so many opportunities came to me, and I tried all these opportunities to make money, and they just didn't work. But some of you, it could be another desire. Some of you, it's more about work than it is about the money. It's more about the job. You're trying to manifest the job. Some of you are just trying to manifest the money. And some of you, it could be a completely different desire. It's just your hopes and dreams, whatever that is. Maybe you want a degree in something, and every time you try to get the money together to go to school, it hasn't worked. It's a hope and dream that you've had, a wish that you've put out into the universe, and try as you might, you cannot make it happen here on earth. Okay, so let's get rid of these, and I will get the oracle out, and we'll talk about what guidance Spirit has for you moving forward, and also if there's any clues about what comes next. Welcome back, my friends. So we're going to get some cards, some oracle cards here, get some guidance, get some new direction, see what happens next. Let's just see what Spirit wants to talk about here. I'll pull a few of the tea leaf oracle, tea leaf fortune card, dog barking, advice from a friend. Seahorse, family matters. Interesting. Got two there. I'll take them. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. Druid Animal Oracle. Let's see what's up for pile 2. What message for pile 2? Frog. Oh, I like that. Angels and ancestors message. Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Is that it? Yep, that's it. All right, work your light, tarot or oracle. Starseed, what lights you up? Whispers of love. Got a few of those. That's all right. We'll take them. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have the fundamental need to take a break. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. I like that. And forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. That's interesting because pile 1 got that one. One more with the Buddha. What's the Buddha message? Unconditional love. So you did get a lot of love cards here, and I want to talk about that. Unconditional love. To love means to cherish, to be compassionate, to be of service, to be tolerant, and to be wise. Unconditional love is a free-flowing, positive energy. You can only feel this love by expressing it. The more you give your love unconditionally, the more your heart is able to connect with this pure, nurturing, universal force. Love is the true essence that sustains lives. I'll show you the art on it. These are very pretty cards. That's beautiful. Unconditional love. Okay, one more thing I want to look at is the frog here. Okay, so the frog is about sensitivity, medicine, hidden beauty, and power. Okay. In this particular, so I think the frog in my other animal deck is more about prosperity, and this one is more about magic and power and finding the hidden beauty in nature. I like that. Okay. So what do we see here? Putting all this together, this message with your message of what you're leaving behind. So first of all, I want to say, do look for some advice from someone that can help you move forward with your hopes and dreams. You got this arrow card, which tells me there's clarity coming in here. And the arrow is like, it's like it's like a homing device. Is that the right honing device or homing device? It's like you got a target, this arrow is shooting straight forward toward that target. So this does talk about your dreams that you had that were not working out. It's saying don't give up on those. You are now going forward in a better position to make those happen. The problem here has been distractions, and it's really been a focus on the wrong things a lot of times, or not necessarily focusing on the wrong things, but it's just been the wrong time for those things to happen because you had to focus on other things. Like maybe family was more important for a time, Maybe you were distracted by a lover or something. No judgment. We've all, please, this is just life stuff, right? Maybe Spirit was trying to get you to realize that, okay, yes, you can have this, but it's not necessarily going to be in the way you wanted it. But you couldn't get past that. It was like you wanted it this way, and if it wasn't going to be this way, it just wasn't going to work for you. So there's an element of stubbornness in here. And that's all in these cards right here, because we don't see that going forward. What we see is whatever these little obstacles that were keeping you from manifesting whatever it is you want, they're over now, and you are able to get the clarity and to move forward. So that's what's ending, the inability to manifest your desires. Okay, so here's your advice on going forward. There's so much here about loving people unconditionally, about being in a place of forgiveness. It's about believing in miracles and that blessings can happen. This one is about resting and healing. This has got a healing message to it, like being out in nature and healing from that. And also it's about joy and not forgetting that life is supposed to be fun and it's supposed to feel good. And when you get in that place of feeling good, things just start falling into place. All of those desires that you put out there just start manifesting. When you're in a place of love, when you're in a place of forgiveness, when you're in a place of happiness and joy, when you're in that place, that's when you start manifesting. So I feel like that's why that's over, because now you're in this place. You're more in this loving space. As far as, like, maybe if you put a lot of desires out there and nothing was working, so you put more desires and more desires because nothing was working, didn't matter anyway, right? So a lot of times when you're in that place where nothing's happening, you put different desires out there that are not necessarily the real desire that you have. It's compensation. It's like, I'm compensating. Okay, so this didn't happen, so maybe the universe is saying I can't have this. Well, maybe I'll try it this way. Maybe I can have this. But it's a concession. It's not the actual desire that you had. So this card is just saying, find out what lights you up again, and find out from this place, from this loving place and this relaxed place and this place of joy. Because you're here now, this is good, right? But revisit your desires from here, and that will help you get clarity on which thing to manifest first. That is a very clear message, and I love the way that came together. I think it's a beautiful message. I do want to show you this particular card, the rest and relaxation. We have a fundamental need to take a break because it's just gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? And it also may inspire you to get into that place. It's Memorial Day weekend. Go to the beach. Relax, be in nature, feel the love around you. Okay, that's all I have for pile 2. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3, these are going to be your messages. Pile 3 did have this beautiful rough cut rose quartz on it. Isn't that great? I like it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get information about the painful situation that is now leaving your life, that we're moving forward from. The wheel is turning on it, right? I do have some Lightseers Tarot and some Universal Waite Tarot to find that answer. And then once that is done, I'll get those off the table, and we will pull some Oracle to get advice for going forward and maybe see what's next for you if Spirit wants to show us that. We'll find out. Okay, with the Lightseers Tarot, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the World card. See, it is moving forward. Okay. With the Universal Waite, you have the 7 of Cups, You have the Moon card. Oh my gosh, you got the World twice. That's interesting. And you got the Empress card. I'm gonna have to sit with this for a minute. Oh wow. Okay. So I do know what this is. This is interesting to me, very interesting. So the key to what the painful situation here is the World card, and because you got it twice, that's doubled down on that message, right? The World is about cycles, big cycles in your life, and each big cycle causes an ending, new beginning, and also a new ending and beginning, right? You get this card when you have major milestones in your life, like maybe you're getting married. So that's an ending to your single life, a beginning to your married life. Big birthdays, milestone birthdays are in the World card. It's big completions in your life, right? So maybe you're becoming an adult, you're turning 21. So that ends your childhood phase. Now you're moving into your adult phase. I feel like a lot of you, I'm just going to say it, it's a big birthday for you. And it's, okay, so like 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. Could also be a cycle like you're moving from your youthful maiden energy to your mother energy, or from your mother energy to your crone energy. There's a big cycle here that is ending and a big one that's beginning, and that's painful for you though. And I've had those birthdays. Listen, I've had a lot of birthdays in my life, and I've had a lot of cycles in my life, and some of them are harder to let go of than others. Actually, I'm gonna say for the big cycles, there's always a bit of pain in letting go that phase of your life. You have to mourn that loss, because that phase of your life is over, never to come back. Now there is a beautiful new beginning, but sometimes it takes us a minute to recognize the beauty of the new beginning. And the reason I feel like this is a big cycle for you, I feel like I'm talking a lot to women here, but not necessarily. That maiden mother crone thing was very clear to me, but it can just be a big birthday, like I said. So take the energies as it resonates for you. If you're a man, that certainly does not mean this reading is not for you. I'm just feeling the I guess you could say sadness, or the mourning, or the loss of a phase in your life that felt like was such a great phase. Like you were young and you were beautiful. Because that energy is definitely in all of these cards. That not wanting to face a wonderful phase of your life ending. And not really knowing what the new phase, what the good parts of the new phase are. Not really seeing those. Which is maybe a bit of a flaw in our society, in that we don't help people to see the beauty in those transitions. I really do feel like that's the painful situation that you have been going through that is ending for you now. Thank goodness. You have not, look, both these ladies have their eyes closed here. You have not wanted to move forward. You've been afraid to move forward. You've not wanted to look at what's next. What new adventures are out there? What new doors are open to you? What new knowledge do you get to gain here in this new part of your life? What new feelings do you get to feel? It's almost like you've been blocking it. I don't want to look at that. I loved this phase of my life. I was beautiful. I was young. or I loved being a mother. I was, so good at it, and I loved raising my kids, and it was just the best part of my life. I don't know what to do if I'm not a mother, It's my 40th birthday. I'm losing my hair. I don't have the muscles that I used to have. This is if you're a guy, although it could be if you're a girl too. But I just don't have the energy that I used to have. I just don't have the sex drive I used to have. I just don't have the muscles that I used to have. I just don't feel like I'm the hot thing that I used to be. It really is that. And it is painful. I get it. I am not saying you're kind of just too caught up in this looks or this, youth or this thing. I'm not saying that. I know that these cycles are painful. They are. So the good news is that part is ending. So the cycle is ending, and now a new one is beginning, and the mourning of the cycle is ending, and now the new beginning can start. So I'm going to get these off the table and pull the oracle cards so we can get guidance for going forward and any kind of clues we can get about what's next for you in this next phase. So welcome back, my friends. We've got quite a few oracle here. I was just led to pull quite a few for this, and that's what we're going to do. We're looking for clues, or we're looking for guidance for moving forward now from your painful situation, but also we're looking for clues about what might be coming next for you, and we'll take whatever messages we get. So you got the tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Candle, you will be shown the way. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Let me get one more on that. Bear and a tortoise. Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Okay. All right, let's see what other messages we get here. From the Druid animal, you got bee. Busy as a bee. Honeybee. That's beautiful. I think there's some sunshine in that. Whispers of love. What messages for pile 3? Choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. It's cool. A lot of family in that card too. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. There's family in that card too. With the Buddhism card, you got Dharma. Dharma can only be learned by direct experience. It educates the heart and liberates the mind. Dharma, or divine wisdom, is a heart and mind system of learning. With your heart open, you can be aware of the universal truths amidst your struggle and suffering. It gives you the power to turn experiences around, knowing that there is a purpose to your life that is gently unfolding. I like that. All right, angels and ancestors, what messages do you have? It's a lot. I'm going to take them. It's a lot, but I'm going to take them. Okay, knight, be brave and honest. Warrior, Be fearless and stand strong. That's almost the same message there. You got the eagle, see from a higher perspective, and the water guardian, connect with your emotions. And then final from the Work Your Light Oracle, and then we'll try to pull all this together. Oh my goodness, you got a lot of those too. Okay, inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. That's, again, same message there. There's a lot about the heart here. Pleiades, double missions, channeling and uplifting humanity. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Okay, this is some cool messages for some people. Let's see what this is about. I don't know if you're going to be able to see all those or not. I'm just, trying to get them all on the table in as best way as I can. Hopefully you can see them. I'm sure it's going to depend on the device that you're looking at them on and all that. Okay, so in the Druid tradition, the B is about organization, celebrations, and community. So there's a couple messages that Spirit has for you as far as guidance into this new phase in your life. There's definitely a message of being brave and standing strong as you move into this new phase. Yeah, it's hard to see what it means, and it's hard to see what the outcome of this phase in your life is going to be. It's hard to see the phase. It's hard, because it's just, I don't understand it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Go boldly into the next step. Lean into it. Lean into the next phase in your life. Look at things from a higher perspective. That message is very clear. But in addition to being fearless about moving forward, there are a lot of messages here about connecting with your emotions and how you feel about it. Because I do think that, like I said, society does not prepare us well for these different phases in our lives and finding the goodness and what's great about these different phases in our lives. So if you shift your focus to the love, if you find the emotional connection, like with how you feel about things, how you feel about people, how you feel about situations, love is just the answer to everything. It just makes everything easier. It helps you to connect with this new phase. It helps you to move on with this new phase. It helps you to make the choices that you need to make this new phase cool for you. And it's going to be cool. Do not worry about it. It is going to be good. There are some messages here that say, this is Dharma. This is wisdom. This is how you gain wisdom. You gain wisdom through experience. And when you go from the 20s to the 30s, then you've got a little more experience. But thank God you experienced those 20s, because that's the only way you learned. You had to learn from your 20s. There were lessons to learn there. But now we're going into our 30s, and there's going to be lessons to learn here too. But that's how life is. That's how you gain wisdom here in this lifetime. You have to experience it to learn. It brings you universal truths. It brings you the wisdom. It's beautiful how our lives are gently unfolding one phase at a time. As I said, embrace it, lean into it. There is a new community out here for you. So as far as what's next for you, there's a few things here. There's definitely a new community out here for you. This is kind of a side message. I'm going to hold off on that. But you will be shown the way. Whatever you need to know as far as moving forward, when you come to it from a place of love, when you're brave, when you're ready to go through it, you come to it from a place of love. You got the candle in the moonlight. You're going to, step by step, you're going to be shown the way forward. Don't forget to have fun. Play is definitely indicated in this. There looks like there's a spiritual element to this next phase of your life. For those of you who have spiritual gifts, this is asking you to be sure that you're doing your inner work or meditation or whatever it is you do to tap into your spiritual gifts. And for some of you, there's a double mission here for you, that you will be channeling and also uplifting humanity, and you have a connection to Pleiades. That's definitely for some of you. Again, this says tune into the portal of your heart. Definitely something about tuning into your emotions and how you feel. This time in your life is going to be very exciting. Take your time. Go slow. There's no reason to hurry. There's no reason to rush through it. It will unfold in due time what this phase means. And by the way, don't rush it, because you know when this phase is over, there's another phase for you to adjust to. So be okay with adjusting to it slowly, enjoying your life as you adjust to it, paying attention to how you feel about the things that are happening in your life, the people that you're coming across in this new age or this new phase. And as far as what's next for you, and that worry and that anxiety about what's next for you, don't worry about it. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. You're just living it. There's no need to make any big changes in your life. There's no need for you, because now you're in this phase, you need to do X. Like, just for an example, going from the 20s to the 30s, again, this is just an example. Just because you're 30 doesn't mean now you have to get married and have kids. There's no deadlines that you have to meet in this new phase. There are no predetermined goals that you have to reach during this phase. Just trust that you will find the things that are meant to be found, and that you're doing what you need to do in this phase of your life. It's all good. Take a deep breath. It's all good. The side message. I do feel like some of you, and particularly this is for the people who are like maybe becoming empty nesters, or are moving from the mother phase to the crone phase. This is actually about one of your daughter, I think, that there's going to be a little bit of difficulty with kind of maybe weaning her off your constantly being there and constantly helping her and being that mother figure. I mean, you're always going to be her mother, but maybe you need to break some of the dependency, I guess, is what I'm going to say. This child's been very dependent on you. It's time for them to get some independence. So there's going to be a little bit of a tweaking as we move into this next phase. And that's a very individual message, but I had to put it out there because it's on the table. All right, that's all I have for pile 3. Until next time, I am sending you lots of light and love. Take care.